Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a poll rally in Bihar's Darbhanga today. Targeting the opposition, Prime Minister Modi said that they say that terrorism is not an issue, but over 350 people were killed in an attack in Sri Lanka recently. He said that terrorism is an issue and the new India will enter terror factories and decimate them. Prime Minister Modi said that after 3 phases of voting, people seeking evidence of airstrikes have vanished and are now blaming the EVMs.
मोदी आतंकवाद की बात क्यों करता है? ये तो मुद्दा ही नहीं है। आप मुझे बताइए, राष्ट्र रक्षा और आतंकवाद ये मुद्दा है कि नहीं है? मुद्दा है कि नहीं है? जिस बात की समझ आपको है, देश की जनता को है, वो इन स्वार्थी वंशवादियों को नहीं है। महामिलावट करने वालों, जिस आतंकवाद ने श्रीलंका में 350 से ज्यादा मासूम लोगों को इसी हफ्ते उनकी जान ले ली, क्या ये मुद्दा नहीं है क्या? हमारे आस पड़ोस में ही आतंक की फैक्ट्रियां चल रही है और आतंकवाद कहते हैं मुद्दा नहीं है। भाइयों बहनों, ये आतंकवाद का अगर सबसे बड़ा नुकसान किसी का हुआ है तो मेरे देश के गरीबों का हुआ है।
And the Prime Minister will also address a rally in Uttar Pradesh's Banda today. 13 Lok Sabha constituencies of Uttar Pradesh will vote in the 4th phase of Lok Sabha polls. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to hold a mega roadshow in his Lok Sabha constituency of Varanasi this evening. The roadshow will begin from Banaras Hindu University's iconic Lanka Gate, where he will garland the statue of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. The roadshow will cover a distance of 3 kilometers and it will end at the Dashashwamedh Ghat, where Prime Minister and other dignitaries will attend the Ganga Pujan and Aarti. And after the roadshow, Prime Minister Modi will have a conversation with the eminent personalities of Varanasi. Elaborate security arrangements have been made in Varanasi ahead of Prime Minister's roadshow.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी 25 तारीख को बनारस में रोड शो करेंगे और 26 तारीख को अपना नामांकन दर्ज करेंगे। एडीएम सिटी विनय कुमार जी हमारे साथ हैं। विनय जी, क्या तैयारी की गई?
देखिए, जो अब तक इंटीमेशन है उसमें माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी 25 तारीख को बीएचयू हेलीपैड पे आएंगे और वहाँ से बीएचयू के मेन गेट, जहाँ मालवीय जी की प्रतिमा है, वहाँ से उनका रोड शो प्रारंभ होगा, जो सिवाला, जंगमबाड़ी होते हुए, गोदौलिया होते हुए चितरंजन पार्क तक जाएगा। तो रोड शो में सुरक्षा व्यवस्थाएं पर्याप्त की गई हैं। जो एंटी सैबोटाज चेकिंग वगैरह होती है वो सब कर दी गई है। पुलिस की ड्यूटियां लगाई गई हैं हर पॉइंटों पे। बाकी जो भी सुरक्षा मानक है उनको ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने कंप्लीट तैयारी की है। उसके बाद माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का दशाश्वमेध घाट में गंगा आरती में सम्मिलित होने का कार्यक्रम है। उसके बाद वो वापस चले जाएंगे जहां उनको रात्रि विश्राम, जहां भी उनका प्रस्तावित होगा। अगले दिन 26 को उनके नामांकन की संभावना है कि 26 तारीख को नामांकन करेंगे यहाँ पे।
ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि करीब बनारस में चप्पे चप्पे पे 10,000 पुलिस बल को तैनात किया गया है ताकि ऐसी कोई सुरक्षा में चूक न हो जिसको लेकर प्रशासन को बाद में परेशानी।
देखिए, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी एसपीजी सुरक्षा प्राप्त हैं और जो भी थ्रेट परसेप्शन है उसके मद्देनजर रखते हुए जो मानक है सुरक्षा के, उन मानकों के आधार पे हम लोगों ने अपना सुरक्षा प्लान बनाया हुआ है।
ये थे एडीएम सिटी वाराणसी, जिन्होंने कहा कि एसपीजी के सुरक्षा के मानक के अनुसार जितनी सुरक्षा व्यवस्था प्रधानमंत्री को चाहिए उतनी व्यवस्था यहां पे की गई है। कैमरा पर्सन प्रशांत कर्माकर के साथ कृष्ण मोहन शर्मा, राज्यसभा टेलीविजन, बनारस।
On Friday, Prime Minister Modi will file his nomination in Varanasi. He will be accompanied by party's top brass, including BJP Chief Amit Shah and NDA leaders, including Shiv Sena's Uddhav Thackeray and JDU's Nitish Kumar. Union Ministers Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman, Ramvilas Paswan and Anupriya Patel are also likely to join the Prime Minister, along with the Chief Ministers of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra, Haryana and Goa. Remember, Varanasi will vote in the 7th and final phase on 19th of May. BJP President Amit Shah addressed a poll rally in Ghazipur in Uttar Pradesh today. Addressing the rally in support of BJP candidate Manoj Sinha, BJP chief said that Congress did not bring about any development in the Purvanchal region in the last 55 years. He said that the BJP will not compromise with national security at any cost. Amit Shah will also campaign in Unnao and Auraiya today.
हमारी नीति अपर है, पाकिस्तान से गोली आएगी, यहां से गोला जाएगा, ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से दिया जाएगा। मित्रों, इस देश की सुरक्षा के साथ कोई कोताही नहीं चलाई जाएगी, कोई इसके साथ खिलवाड़ नहीं कर सकता है। भारत मां की सुरक्षा हमारा सर्वप्रथम दायित्व है।
And Congress in charge for Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, is campaigning in the state today. She held a roadshow in Jhansi. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will also address poll rallies in Ghursarai and Orai. So, campaigning has picked up pace ahead of the 4th and 5th phase of Lok Sabha elections. And all the leaders are on the streets. We in fact saw those visuals of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. She is campaigning in Uttar Pradesh. These are the live visuals, in fact, that we are getting of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra there. She is holding a road show in the state of Uttar Pradesh. She is also going to address poll rallies in Ghursarai and Orai today. So, campaigning really picking up pace ahead of 4th and 5th phase of Lok Sabha polls. And apart from her, of course, BSP Chief Mayawati will also hold rallies in UP today. She will be addressing rallies in Kannauj and Shahjahanpur. And talking about other leaders who are campaigning today, 13 of the 25 Lok Sabha constituencies of Rajasthan will go to polls on 29th of April, and Congress President Rahul Gandhi will be canvassing for votes in the state. He will be addressing 3 election rallies here in Jalore, Ajmer and in Kota. Remember, elections in Rajasthan are being held in 2 phases on 29th of April and 6th of May. And talking about Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh, well, he is going to be in Odisha once more, and he will hit the election trail and address public meetings in Nimapara, Chandbali and Bira. This is Rajnath Singh's second visit to the state of Odisha for general elections. And of course, BSP Chief Mayawati, she will be seen holding rallies in Uttar Pradesh's Kannauj and Shahjahanpur. And our correspondent Akhilesh Suman spoke to BJP candidate from Begusarai, Giriraj Singh. He has expressed confidence that the change in his constituency from Nawada to Begusarai will not have any negative impact on his political fortune.
केंद्रीय मंत्री और बेगूसराय से बीजेपी के उम्मीदवार गिरिराज सिंह हमारे साथ हैं। गिरिराज जी, आपका चुनाव क्षेत्र नवादा से बदलकर बेगूसराय हो गया, क्या स्थिति है यहाँ पे? नवादा की तुलना में यहाँ क्या स्थिति है?
मैं तो यही देख रहा हूं, यहाँ की स्थिति यही है। राष्ट्र के साथ, भारत माता के साथ, विकास के साथ, अन्याय के खिलाफ सभी बेगूसराय के आम जन एक साथ खड़े दिख रहे हैं।
यहाँ आपके क्या खास मुद्दे हैं?
विकास, विकास विकास, सबका साथ सबका विकास।
आपका मुकाबला किससे है यहाँ, कन्हैया कुमार से या तनवीर हसन से?
मेरा मुकाबला है विकृत सोच से, विकृत राष्ट्रवाद की परिकल्पना की सोच से। लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो माहौल बना रहे हैं, उनसे। मेरी लड़ाई है बेगूसराय को जो लोग विकास विहीन करना चाहते हैं उनसे। मेरी लड़ाई है जो बेगूसराय में फिर से अशांति फैलाना चाहते हैं उनसे। मैं यहाँ लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूँ आरजेडी से, यहाँ लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूँ कम्युनिस्ट से, यहाँ लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूँ कांग्रेस से, और मैं आशीर्वाद ले रहा हूँ बेगूसराय की जनता से।
ये थे गिरिराज सिंह, और गिरिराज सिंह का कहना है कि इनकी लड़ाई विकृत सोच से है, इनकी लड़ाई राष्ट्रवाद के लिए है। अब देखना यह है कि 29 अप्रैल को जो चुनाव होंगे उसमें किस तरीके से मतदान होता है, और 23 मई को जो रिजल्ट निकलेगा उसका क्या। राज्यसभा टेलीविजन के लिए कैमरा पर्सन डीके पांडे के साथ बेगूसराय से अखिलेश सुमन।
And Akhilesh Suman is joining us now live from Begusarai. Akhilesh, we heard Giriraj Singh there. He is, of course, the BJP candidate from Begussarai. You know, Begussarai was once considered a CPI stronghold, but, its hold over the constituency has declined sharply since a long time. As now the party is banking upon Kanhaiya Kumar to revive it, but, of course, a huge challenge from Giriraj Singh.
I don't think it's a huge challenge for Giriraj Singh, because I am also roaming around the whole constituency, right from town area, from the rural areas, and I am finding that, the age of revolution is not here, and the Begussarai constituency has seen many changes. I am talking to even the poor people who are not belonging to either the caste of Giriraj Singh or Kanhaiya, both are the same caste. The lower caste people are also telling that we have seen a new ray of hope in Begussarai district and Begussarai area, and especially they are mentioning the whole make of roads, series of roads. They are telling that we have seen developing this whole area, and also they mentioned the Baroni fertilizer, factory that has given employment to the people at large scale, and I think this is going in their mind. Other than that, people are thinking that Kanhaiya Kumar is, yes, he's a good boy, but he may not get enough votes to win. And that is why they are, they are also thinking that whether Kanhaiya Kumar coming back again, CPI will come back again, then again there will be a strife in the whole constituency. So there is a confusion among the masses of both Kanhaiya Kumar and also some vote bank of Tanveer Hassan also, who is from RJD, ticket. So I think it is a very interesting contest between among the three, Giriraj Singh, Tanveer Hassan and Kanhaiya Kumar. Both are trying to, anyway, Tanveer Hassan and Kanhaiya Kumar is on the same platform, speaking the same voice, but in different parties on different ticket. But the main contest, I think, is going to be between Tanveer Hassan and Giriraj Singh. Kanhaiya Kumar has to work a lot. Still, there are many days left, and he is doing very good campaign in the area. Many people from across the country are coming. I see the procession of it's a huge number of. Javed Akhtar is also here. He is also campaigning. DP Tripathi of NCP was also here. He also campaigned here. Sitaram Yechury, other communist leaders, even Sabnam Hazmi was here and also campaigning. Their main effort is to, if they can dent the vote of Muslim community, if they can get the vote of Muslim community in chunk, they can give a good fight to Giriraj Singh. And that is why they are trying hard to rope into all leaders from all over the country and trying to give a message that if Kanhaiya Kumar is voted, there can be a good challenge for Giriraj Singh, for BJP. So if the whole effort is to put a brave face in front of Giriraj Singh, that Tanveer Hassan is not a big candidate, Kanhaiya Kumar will be a big candidate. But it will be $1 million question that how people are going to believe this discourse, because people have left this discourse long ago, and there is a new type of discourse in Bihar I am seeing, and they remember sometimes that RJD rule was so bad, they think that there was lawlessness, underdevelopment. So I think all these things are going on in the mind of people, and anyway, people will vote on 29th April, and I think that it will be surprise to many that how things pan up.
All right, Akhilesh, thank you so much for all those updates there. Thank you. And the Aam Aadmi Party today released its manifesto for the Lok Sabha elections. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that the manifesto has the roadmap on how the party will take the agenda of statehood forward if elected to power. The Chief Minister also hit out at Congress President Rahul Gandhi after the Aam Aadmi Party and the Grand Old Party failed to form an alliance.
आज हमारा दिल्ली का सबसे बड़ा मैनिफेस्टो यही है कि आम आदमी पार्टी दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य दिलाकर रहेगी। उसके लिए जो भी हमें करना पड़ेगा हम करेंगे। केंद्र सरकार में जो भी सरकार बनेगी, इन 7 सीटों के बल पे केंद्र सरकार बन भी सकती है, बिगड़ भी सकती है, और इन 7 सीटों का समर्थन तभी मिलेगा जब दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य का दर्जा दिया जाएगा।
News from Madhya Pradesh now, where Vivek Tankha of the Congress had contested the last election from Jabalpur and he had lost by a margin of over 2.1 lakh votes. Now the party has fielded him again from Jabalpur, and speaking exclusively to RSTV, Tankha exuded confidence and said that the Congress will wrest the seat.
Joining me is the senior leader of the Congress party and Lok Sabha candidate from Jabalpur, Mr. Vivek Tankha. Welcome to Raj Sabha TV, sir. Jabalpur is considered a tough seat for the Congress party because for decades the BJP has been winning this. What are the prospects now?
BJP has been winning seat for 25 years, but this time we see the tide turning. The 15 years of the BJP state president in Jabalpur have actually not as being seen as an abject failure. He is only focusing on Modi, as if Modi is the savior of Jabalpur. But Jabalpur is questioning him for his 15 years, and he's the state BJP president. He has no answers for his 15 years. He doesn't even answer what he's done in 15 years.
What are the factors that the Congress party is contesting these elections for? Because the recently concluded assembly elections, there was a wafer-thin margin between you and the BJP.
We improved in Jabalpur. We are at par. We have 4 seats, they have 4 seats. And Jabalpur has been, for the last 20-30 years, traditionally with BJP. We are taking it back from them. That's the issue. The political decision was taken to make Bhopal capital. The downslide started from that time and reached its peak in the last 20 years. We are bringing that old glory back again. From Kamalnath ji has promised, bring Vivek and bring Vikas together.
All right. On that note, thank you so much for talking to us and all the best. Reporting from Jabalpur with camera person Vivek, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha TV.
And Madhya Pradesh BJP chief Rakesh Singh has also exuded confidence that the BJP will replicate its performance in the state. Speaking to our correspondent Kriti Mishra, he said that a strong BJP wave was there in the state and predicted that even stalwarts from the opposition camp would be defeated in the polls.
Joining me is BJP President of the Madhya Pradesh unit, Mr. Rakesh Singh. Welcome to Raj Sabha TV, sir. पिछली बार मध्य प्रदेश में आपने 27 सीटें जीती थी, इस बार कितनी सीटों की उम्मीद है?
आज मध्य प्रदेश में हमारे पास 26 सीटें हैं और जो वातावरण है उसके आधार पर हम कह सकते हैं कि अभी हम 26 से ज्यादा सीटें जीतने वाले हैं।
सर, जबलपुर की बात की जाए तो 25 सालों से लगातार बीजेपी का वर्चस्व रहा है यहाँ पर। इस बार आप चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, पिछली बार भी, इस बार क्या उम्मीदें हैं?
जो मध्य प्रदेश में है वही जबलपुर में है। मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आशीर्वाद देने का मन बना चुकी है। पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता उत्साह से भरा हुआ है और इसलिए इस बार भी जबलपुर में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ही जीत होने वाली है।
सर, आखिरी सवाल, कौन से मुद्दों पर बीजेपी लोकसभा चुनाव लड़ रही है और कितनी है जीत की उम्मीद?
स्वाभाविक रूप से विकास एक बड़ा मुद्दा है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने मध्य प्रदेश में विकास के कीर्तिमान स्थापित किए हैं। इस जबलपुर की बात हम करें तो 15 साल पहले जबलपुर एक बड़ा गांव के रूप में जाना जाता था। 15 साल में यहाँ बहुत कुछ बदला। आज एक महानगर के स्वरूप में जबलपुर दिखाई दे रहा है। जो बेसिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है वो सारा यहाँ पर आया है, लेकिन अभी और भी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है। इसके साथ साथ लोकसभा का चुनाव राष्ट्रीय मुद्दों के लिए होने वाला चुनाव है। देश को आज आवश्यकता है नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व की, एक सक्षम और मजबूत समृद्ध भारत बनाने की, और इसलिए देश की जनता के मानस में ये सारी बातें हैं।
Thank you so much for talking to us.